Hey guys, Ancap24 coming back with the next run scheme out of the Singleback bunch ace. Before we get into anything, I want to make sure that we go over the plays. They got the inside zone, which is more of a setup type of run. We're going to go ahead and use it as a ability to kind of at least show it early on short yardage situations to be able to set up plays in the future. Then you've got the inside zone split, which I'm not a fan of. I don't really run it too much, but it is there just in case you want to use it. We got the quick pitch, which is definitely a play that I like to use, especially down inside the 5 when people try to get a little bit more aggressive with trying to stop the run inside. You know, you come out in the one running back, 2 wide receiver, 2 tight end set. Most people will go ahead, especially, you know, first down from the 2. They're going to try to, you know, jam the middle. And then if you can go ahead and quick hike this, you have a good opportunity to get to the outside. That's kind of how I usually use it. You can use it in the middle of the field, but typically speaking, I'm going to use it on short yardage situations where I think that people are going to try to sell out a little bit more. And then this halfback misdirection weak is actually my favorite run out of all these plays when we get the right look. And I'll kind of explain what I like to see. And with the motion that we do, it can be a very good home run threat where we get a lot of real estate before, 15, 20 yards before a lot of times we get anybody to touch us. And really like that play. And then you've got the halfback slash fake end around, kind of just a conjunction play with PA end around, just to make sure that if you enjoy that play, then you can use something that has that same motion when it comes to a run play. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, if you look at the play call sheet, if you look at the guide that we gave you, you're going to see that the first one's basically talking about how you get inside zone and you can turn it into deuce close, okay? And that's something that I definitely like when it comes to the passing game. I threw it in there just because I want to make sure from a schematic standpoint that you know when to use it and how to use it. So basically what it is you take the second tight end, you move them to the left. Now what I like to do in the passing game, and we'll get into this later, is I like to use this play called tight end angle here. And I'll show you here where it is. And if you use this play called tight end angle, what you're going to see is that these guys are basically going to go real short. You can just block your running back, and it's a real nice quick hitter for you. Okay, so you turn bunch ace into tight end angle. By the time they realize that it's deuce close, they're not looking for this play. You have a nice easy play. But in order to make sure that we don't do this every time, we want to make sure that at least we throw a run threat into it. And that's why you're going to do the inside zone split. That's why it's there. It's really just to make sure that you know that every time we do this bunch ace to single back deuce close, they at least have some type of threat. So this is going to be one of those that your first or second time that you get second and short, and I love to call these plays setup plays. You know, you're not expecting them to have great yardage, but you're doing it to make sure that you're setting up a play later in the game. I had a game play against CC that I did that with a outside zone play, and he basically, when I did the motion, he went ahead and bit on the motion just enough and able to get a 70-yard house call because you just need somebody to just bite just enough to get your players in the right positions to do it. And that's what these are, okay? So the inside zone split, nothing special about it. You're going to get yourself 1 or 2 yards typically. You know, this is not something that you should expect, and that type of thing. But it's just really something to do early in the game to at least show you that if I'm doing this adjustment, they should have to worry about that, okay? So that's just the first one. I'm not going to get too much into that. That's really just a setup play. Now, the second and third and fourth ones that we're going to start into a little bit more of successful run plays that we're going to be able to use. Now, the first one here is the motion right wide receiver to the left, okay? I really like this for a lot of different plays. I'm going to show you what it is. So I'm going to move this guy over, and the inside zone aspect of this is really going to be another setup play. You're not going to get a whole lot of yardage out of this. Is another one of those you do early, but we're going to set up the misdirection play with this because what we want to do is we want to show this early, and then we want people to really try to feel like, when we do this motion with that B receiver, that they need to worry about being inside presence first. So say you do this early in the game, 3rd and 1 or whatever, you pound it out, you get your easy yards, and you're good to go, right? Well, a lot of times, the reason why I like this play a lot is because of this PA misdirection play, or not PA, just the misdirection play, is because of the fact that it has a great ability to be a home run threat. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and show you basically what I like. When people start looking at doing 2 things, if they pinch their line, a lot of people like to pinch the line and crash them out. So if they're trying to stop like a 3rd and 1 or whatever, they want to stop the middle first and whatnot. Unless they're, in most times, if you're in this formation, people are going to expect either 1 or 2 things, either up the middle run or pitch to the outside. So if they pinch their line and then they kind of do something where they move their linebackers to the right, they feel like they're good. When we move this guy over, it's going to give you a nice opportunity, especially against the pinch line, to get some great yards. So if people are pinching a line, think about this run, because this is going to be one of those great runs for you. The reason why I like it is you got two blocking threats to the outside, but then you've got this nice tight end that does a cross block. But what also I like about it is we've got a compressed set on the right-hand side. What that basically helps you with is that you're going to be able to be a natural barrier for anybody who's shooting the right side, that they have to go around two players to get to your running back. That helps they don't able to shoot any gaps and shut down a counter prior to it getting going. So I'm kind of showed here, and you're going to see here that you're going to be able to get outside, and you're going to be able to kind of get up there. I kind of just missed that hole by a half a step, but we'll run this again just to kind of make sure that you see that if we go ahead and continually run this, you're going to see that we're going to have some great opportunity to have some big yardage. And it's just one of those deals that when we looking for a home run threat, we get him in the right defense. You can see this is kind of one of those plays that I like to do, because this is a typical type of result if you get a hat on a hat. So what you did was you moved this guy over originally, and you called the inside zone early in the game. This is going to help you set this play up to be able to get it. And especially when it's a 3rd and down or whatever, they're going to pinch their line. They're going to say, you know what, I'm going to make sure that he doesn't get that dive on me again. And you're going to see again that you're going to have some really good yardage with that counter to really be able to get them off guard when it comes to a short yardage play. And that's how I like to use this play, is really specifically knowing that you know, if we get them to do that, we're going to be able to attack them in the right direction. You can see again, tripped on my player, but you can see that you're going to have some really good opportunity to get some big yardage when you get them pinching their lines, and when you get them to go ahead and you know, get the ability to, you know, get them in a short yardage situation. Now I'm going to show it to you when they don't pinch your lines. Typically it's not going to be as good, only because this guy Clark here, you're waiting on him to do block shed. You can always hike it right there to help with it, and you can get inside. And if you do that, you're going to get some good yardage that way. And when you do it that way, if you hike it as he goes by, you're going to notice that you're going to have a lot better opportunity of getting inside. So if you want to use this play and you don't want to, you know, if you don't see that they're pinched, that's the better way of running it, is really just to make sure that you're hiking it so that you free up your blockers to where you're going underneath it now. Like I just missed that blocker, and you're going to be able to get some good yardage. So try that out. You're going to see that it's going to be a nice successful play for you. Now, you also can do is you move this guy over, and you're going to be able to go ahead and change your formation for your benefit as well. So the first way you can do this is you can turn this into single back wing slot. Okay, when you do that, you're going to be able to do the halfback stretch. It's going to be a kind of quick hitter. If you want to go to the right, you can definitely go to the right, because once you've done that misdirection play, people are going to kind of go to the left with it. So now you're going to say, you know what, I can hit him back with the right. If they don't go ahead and do anything, do the playmaker really quickly, and now you're going to have yourself a nice outside run with numbers. And that's really what you're looking for. So you have that ability at that point to go run left or right, depending on what you want to do, and you're going to be all set up when it comes to that run. Now the next one is going to basically do the same exact motion, and then you're going to go ahead and audible to the gun wing slot offset, and you're going to run inside zone. And I really like this play because it's an inside presence. So it's going to go to the gun wing slot offset. Let's go to it. I think I just missed it. Yeah, there it is. An inside zone. And what you're going to see, it's kind of another quick hitter. Now they figured out where they're doing. Now you're going to go underneath the run, and you're going to see that you're going to be able to kind of get in there. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. If I'm looking at the line of scrimmage and I'm calling the misdirection, and it's on a short yardage situation, and they've got their linemen spread out. And I'm like, you know what? That's not what I wanted. I wanted them to be pinched. I'm going to go to this gun wing slot offset inside zone, because what I'm looking at now is I want to get this ability to go ahead and get a quick hitter. And this is definitely a quick hitter where you can actually take it to the inside, to the right as well, if need be. But you're going to see that this is a quick hitting for short yardage situation, right? And that's going to be one of those deals that you want to know the right calls at the right time. And that's why I like this. I'm going for the home run, but I'm going to settle for this call if I don't get that pinched look that I'm looking for, okay? And that's kind of one of those deals that you kind of use them in conjunction. Now, the last one you can do is this B motioning to the right-hand side, okay? Now, if you motion him to the right-hand side, you're gonna have a couple different options. The first option is really to stick with the inside zone. And this is the one that, with inside zone, you're gonna be able to kind of be able to bounce this outside. You're really going to have to hold the blockers to do so, but I do look for it for a good opportunity to get a little bit more yardages, is basically try to bounce that on that right side. Really not look to go inside with it, really to go outside once you get through that first hole. And it's definitely a nice opportunity to do it. But the other way is really the halfback pitch. Those are the two that we're using in conjunction with these two. So you go here, you run to the right side, and you've got that ability to get some yardage, right? Again, inside zone's just a feeler play. Now, you also got the halfback pitch, which I'm going to go ahead and show. That's what you really should be coming out of, is the quick pitch, because that's the play that you're going to give them a little bit of headache to the outside with it. And I'll show you here, quick pitch. And again, we'll just pick here. So with the quick pitch, you definitely want to kind of run this to the outside. You kind of do it like this, and now you got the ability to kind of get to the outside. Now, obviously, this time it wasn't a great defense to go to. So if we scan this and say, you know what, this is not a great defense to go to, what we can do, and say they overload the right side, we can go to the single back wing, and we can go to zone weak. You're going to see that it's a really quick audible, and now we're running to the left side. All right, so again, what you're going to see again is basically your ability to scan the field, read what they're doing, and if they don't react, and maybe this time this is what you do. You move that over there, you go ahead and you call the zone weak, they don't react. Okay, next time we know, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the pitch. We can do the inside zone. You want to do the inside zone before you do the motion. Only time you want to do the motion is when you want to do the zone weak or the pitch. But you can do the inside zone. So now you got the ability to get up the middle there. You got the ability to go to the left with the zone weak. And then you've also got the pitch. So you've got 3 different options on this play. But at the end of the day, I really feel like the halfback misdirection combined with the gun wing slot offset inside zone, moving the right wide receiver to left is your best powerful combination in this set when it comes to the single back H start to make this work. So I appreciate you guys with the watching this video, and we'll come back with another one, guys. Appreciate it.